Hello fellow Shadows, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about the first episode of The Bad Batch. And I have to admit, I did not have that much high expectations of The Bad Batch. I had a low bar. After Disney, whoever fired Gina Carano, fired Gina Carano the way they did, which was through Twitter, which is how she found out, which was the same time as we all did. I actually lost a lot of respect for Lucasfilm and Disney. I really had. And when I was reviewing the whole WandaVision, I was debating on whether or not to keep reviewing Disney Plus shows. One of my friends who also works with me on this channel said, "You should continue, even though I understand your frustration." So they inspired me to do the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, which is okay. It's a good show. It's just I do have some issues with that, but just check out the Falcon and the Winter Soldier playlist that is on the Scattered Shadows if you want to see an episode, a week by week episode recap of that show. Same with WandaVision. So I did not expect the Bad Batch to start out literally at the end of the Clone Wars, going into Order 66. I did my best to stay away from as many spoilers as I could, so if I did decide to watch the Bad Batch, I would generally be surprised, and I was generally surprised. I forgot the Jedi Master's name. I do like this is what's going on. I do like how we saw when Anakin and Obi-Wan saved Palpatine on the Invisible Hand. Now we saw Grievous doing the escape pods thing in Revenge of the Sith. We got some scenes from Revenge of the Sith. So I did enjoy seeing some of those scenes in Revenge of the Sith animated. That was pretty cool, to be honest. Never thought I would say that, but yeah, it was pretty cool. And so we kind of do get a hint that, yeah, Obi-Wan is fighting General Grievous. And so we know exactly, in terms of the Star Wars timeline, this is. It's towards the end of the first half of Revenge of the Sith. And we hear Palpatine, who has yet to call himself Emperor, say to the commander in this Jedi platoon, "Execute Order 66. Oh yeah, keep in mind this Jedi Master is the Jedi Master to Kanan Jarrus, the character in Rebels that trained Ezra Bridger in the Ways of the Force. And so I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was a pretty cool nod to Rebels. Even was voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. I might not care for the guy that much at the moment, because some of the comments he has made in the past frustrates me. But regardless, I do think that was a pretty cool nod to Star Wars Rebels. So, and the thing is, in Star Wars Rebels, we heard what happened to Kanan during Order 66. So we get to see what happened to Kanan Jarrus in Order 66. His master deflects clone troopers, and she says, "Caleb, go!" Because his real name is Caleb. Kanan is it's an alias. I said to get my blue lightsaber because she had a blue lightsaber. So she just said, "Caleb, go!" And then he sees his master getting gunned down by the clone troopers, then he runs. And then Stryker, being the leader of the Bad Batch, tries to be there for Kanan. But Kanan says, "Yeah, fuck you," especially after your sniper trooper is trying to kill me. Yeah, fuck you. And eventually he escapes. We, like, the clone troopers, the Bad Batch inhibitor chips aren't working, except for the sniper, which I don't know. I think it's Crosshair. Crosshair, I think is his name. For some reason, Crosshair's inhibitor chip is like the only one that seems to be working. So the Bad Batch goes back to Kamino, and the clone troopers have been acting strange, according to the Bad Batch. They just seems more like the droids, like machine more than man. And so they do get tested in the practice round. We do see, like, in the Clone Wars, like, one of the clone trooper squads getting doing the training course. So it was nice to see that training course coming back. And Tarkin was saying, we need you to go to the Alderaan system to deal with some insurgents. Who is in the Alderaan system? Saw Gerrera and his Patriots, or I forgot what Saw Gerrera's team is called. So if you guys remember, please let me know. I do know, it's just I'm having a brain fart right now as I'm making this video. But pretty much the Bad Batch was there to assassinate innocent people, and they eventually don't. Stryker shoots a pit droid, not a pit droid, a probe droid that was spying on them. And when they do come back to Kamino, which there's this little girl named Nova who says, things has changed since the Clone Wars. Things, you do not want to come back here. The Bad Batch ultimately comes back to Kamino to rescue this little girl, and they get arrested. And they eventually break out. And but Crosshair is on the Empire side, because Tarkin says, "Hey, mind if you up the doses on the inhibitor chip?" And the Kaminoan says, "Yeah, sure." So that's why Crosshair is Team Empire, not Team Bad Batch. And I swear, there's that little girl. Before I continue, that little girl is Force sensitive. Like, yeah, I get that she's a clone, but I swear she's Force sensitive. And she could be a clone of Palpatine. She could be a clone of she could be a clone, like a mix between Jango's Fett and Palpatine, or another Force user. But I believe the thing that makes this clone special is that she is connected to the Force. Like, each Bad Batch member on the Bad Batch has something special about them. Like, there's a strong guy, smart guy, the tech guy, the leader, the sniper, and there's an Echo. There we go. I don't know why I have brain fart in his name. Echo was a reg, as the Bad Batch said at first, but after the Citadel, I guess not. And so in season 7 of the Clone Wars, Echo joins the Bad Batch. So pretty much there's a standoff, and I saw the episode twice, once by myself, once with my father. And there's a standoff between Stryker and Crosshair, right? and then there's Strikers goes boom, and Crosshairs goes boom, and Crosshairs like boom, bitch, and it was great. It was like the anticipation was good, and then they go back in. Sorry, I'm just remembering that scene. That moment was good. I like that moment. So eventually, the Bad Batch goes back to their ship, and Striker says, "Well, I was hoping to lay low, relax, but with Crosshair being with the Empire, I don't think we can do that. So I think I know." Like, and then I think it was the smart one that says, "I think I know a person." And then the episode literally ends hyperspace, maybe, and I did enjoy the episode more than I thought. I like I said, after like the whole Gina Carano incident and these how Disney Lucasfilm has dealt with anybody that criticized the well, their content, Disney and Star Wars content. I have lost faith in Star Wars currently. I have lost trust and stuff. Like, my expectations for them has shrunk. And this show is pretty good. Like, based on the one episode that we got so far, this episode's really good. I did enjoy Clone Wars a lot. And for the most part, I did enjoy Rebels. And I did enjoy, regardless of my issues of how they my issues with Disney with how they treated Gina Carano. I enjoy the episodes that I did watch of Mandalorian and so forth, the first 2 seasons. So, but yeah, like I said, after all the bad issues I have with Lucasfilm at the moment and Disney and Star Wars, even though I still like the episodes 1 through 6 and Rogue One and Clone Wars and Rebels and Mandalorian, I did not. I would have like my because of how they decided to act. The people at the Lucasfilm team, I just didn't have that much faith in them. And yeah, it was a pretty decent show. It was a pretty good episode. I think at least the first episode of The Bad Batch is definitely worth watching at the very least. Cause especially if you want to see like another angle to the Order 66, I think that is the first episode is worth watching. Because now as I'm going to see the Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, when I see Order 66 happen, I will think of Kanan as well, and his master. I will think of Ahsoka and Rex. And I did say this in my stream yesterday, my Revenge of the Fifth stream yesterday, that the thing I liked about the Clone Wars, and I guess moving forward, the Bad Batch, is that they give each clone trooper their own personality. They're not like bland, more machine than man type saying like the older Clone Wars show did. Like, I'm not bashing the older Clone Wars series, just because the other Clone Wars series is pretty good and I really enjoy it. And that Star Wars Clone Wars show that I'm referring to, that only has 2 seasons on Disney Plus, and you guys should see it if you guys haven't done so already. What I like about the Clone Wars that has Ahsoka Tano in it is that it made us connect more with the clone troopers. And because of that, my heart just sinks even more when I watch Order 66 happen in Revenge of the Sith. That's just me. But, yeah, like I said, the Bad Batch, based on the one episode that's come out, I thought it was pretty good. It was a pretty good show. I'm heard that the second episode won't be like a whole hour and a half or about like the first episode was. And it's going to be airing tomorrow. So I'll do episode by episode recap for you guys like I did with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision. But like I said, this show is not a bad show. I generally enjoyed the show, like this episode. It was better than I expected. And to the people who made the first episode of the Bad Batch, good job. You impressed me. I think my favorite part was actually seeing Order 66 happen. Because we kind of were told in Rebels how Order 66 affected Kanan Jarrus. Now we get to see how that did. Like, we get to finally see what the Inquisitor and Kanan, like those two men in season 1, and why more of a reason, even though we could guess why Kanan disliked the clone troopers without really, when he saw Rex, without really having to see or to tell us. But it was pretty cool to see it too. It like damn. But what do you guys think about the Bad Batch? Do you like it, dislike it, and about it? And do you guys want to see me doing a episode by episode review of the series? Let me know in the comment section too. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. May the Force be with you. I hope you all had a wonderful May the 4th, had a wonderful Revenge of the 5th, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful Return of the 6th. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Be kind to one another, and may the Force be with us all. And be careful out there.